Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to talk about how we cleaned up the transmission case and parts, and we cleaned it with mineral spirits. This is bought at the Lowe's store or Home Depot store, about 18 bucks per gallon. Put it in a 3-gallon bucket or whatever you got. Get your parts brush. Take the parts brush and clean all your parts up. And then I wiped it down with a microfiber cloth, and anything that was heavily I Scotch-Brited it, the parts wise. We also used the brass, make sure it's brass and not steel, brass brushes on the aluminum parts. We used the brass brushes, the mineral spirits, and I got some 60 grit sandpaper and some 100 grit sandpaper and some Scotch-Brite pads. Anyway, we see we cleaned the inside of the transmission. I Scotch-Brited it all up after I hit it with the steel wool real light. Hit it with steel wool real light, and I put my stuff. I put the mineral spirits in the spray bottle and sprayed everything down. After I blowed it off with the air hose, I took the blower on the air hose, blowed all the dust off and sprayed it. Then I wiped it down with a microfiber cloth again, and I sprayed it again with the mineral spirits. And anything that was left over, I just hit it 2 or 3 times and we was good to go. Solo bolo. The 60 and 100 grit, that was just for these edges, thick edges that are do not do up here on your valve train with any sandpaper or Scotch-Brite. They say you could use transmission fluid and a sharpening stone, but don't use anything else up there, and I wouldn't even do that if I was you. And these edges here, I just 60 gritted it to knock the high off, and then 100 grit to get around all the stuff. But I wanted to get it as good and clean as we can get it. I did have some original factory markings on this one, which kind of faded with the mineral spirits. And the outside, of course, we pressure washed the outside and such before we brung it in. And I didn't know you couldn't leave the electrical in there. So if you leave your electrical in there and you get it wet, you get that wet on the inside, that electrical, you've ruined it. I don't know how long it'd take to dry out, but it's going to take a while to dry out. And you definitely don't want to get any of your electrical wet. So that's just a quick short video on how I cleaned this transmission up, and I guess we're ready to start assembling stuff. And we'll just basically clean the parts as they come in and get ready to go in. We'll double check it for cracks, stress, scratches, what have you. But yeah, that's how you clean a case. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.